The Debt Demolisher TV with Sophia Melonē.
All right, very serious conversation. Tax scams are on the rise, and the IRS is really trying to alert consumers to let them know to be on the lookout. Let me tell you right now that the IRS does not initiate any contact with any form of taxpayers by email, by text message, or through social media platforms, or better yet, through phone, because they're not going to call you first. You want to make sure if you are getting some type of phone call saying that you demand they pay you this amount of money, or they demand that you provide this information, it is a scam. The IRS will not demand anything from you in that regard and in that capacity. As you can see on the IRS's website, they have a lot of different fraud types that are happening where it relates to scam. So charity fraud, they have OIC meal fraud, they have educational institution fraud related to both students and staff. They also talk about the Social Security scam that people are looking out for, getting your Social Security number compromised. Hello, I've been a victim of that already. So you want to make sure that you're on top of these things, especially as it relates to your taxes. They have theft on unemployment benefits as well. That is a scam that's out here. Natural disaster scams. That is a scam that is out here. So visit the IRS's website so that you can be familiar with the types of scams that are out there. These scams are real. They are prevalent, and you want to be able to protect yourself. This is another huge one that's big. The IRS is warning of tax transcript email scams. So there's email notifications that are going out to taxpayers saying that they have to provide this information in order to get their tax transcript. As I've mentioned on this channel before, you create your own account from the IRS's website, and you can request your tax transcript that way. The IRS is not going to email anything to you because they have to be able to verify your identity. And we all know that email can be compromised. So if you are a person who is getting a phone call by someone who is impersonating the IRS, saying that you have to pay this money, or they're demanding you to pull money and purchase gift cards or go to an ATM machine and do all of these wire transfers, the IRS is not going to call you and demand that, okay? What they're going to have you do, they're going to send you a letter, and with that letter, you will have the opportunity to either dispute it, to appeal it, to take any necessary action that is needed for you to be able to protect yourself and defend yourself, and either work with the IRS. They're not going to demand anything from you in that regard. So just take a look at some of these things of what they're saying. Some of the fraud and the scams that are happening. They're calling to demand immediate payment using a specific payment method, like a prepaid debit card, a gift card, or a wire transfer, like I just mentioned. What does it say? Generally, the IRS will first mail you a bill if you owe any taxes. So if you owe any taxes, that is something that they will do. They'll send you a bill. And what these scammers are doing, they're threatening to bring in local police and law enforcement office groups to arrest you for not paying. They're not going to do that, okay? They're not going to do that. They're going to first go through every means that's necessary in order for you to pay on your taxes. They'll lien your assets. They'll garnish your pay. They'll do all of that. But if you're not doing like a serious criminal offense, jail is a last offense. So you don't have to worry about that. But there's also some fraudulent activity that's happening around taxpayer advocacy panels. So if someone is calling you or emailing you and they're trying to say that you have to provide some type of personal information or financial information in order to receive some information from the taxpayer advocacy panel, that is a fraud, because there is a difference between the panel and the services. So they do not have access to any of your personal information. They should not be having access to any of your personal information. So it's a volunteer board, as you can see here, that the IRS is basically using, or that the board does to advise the IRS on different systematic issues that may be affecting the taxpayers. So they don't really work with you one-on-one in that regard. Remember, there's two different avenues, so pay attention to the differences between the taxpayer advocacy services and the taxpayer advocacy panel. Those are two different things. So what you want to do in order to report any tax-related fraud or schemes or identity theft that may be happening to you, you want to go to Treasury Inspector General of Tax Administration. They also have a phone number, 800-1-800-366-4484. You can contact them and let them know that you have been a victim of tax-related schemes. Even if you received any notifications, you want to let them know that so that it can be reported. And then they also have a way for you to be able to file a identity theft affidavit form, and you can fill that out using the form. So scroll through the IRS's website. The information is there. Make sure that you protect yourself from these tax scams because it's real. Y'all know what to do. Get to work.
The Debt Demolisher TV with Sophia Melonē. The Debt